You're my half-life sister. We ain't backing down. Come on, feel the rhythm. Ooh. When the shadows lurk, you're my guiding star. Cutting through the darkness, no matter how far. Side by side, what we face, we embrace. Soul to soul, intertwined in our space. Fight the fears that come at night. Half-life sisters in the light, we unite. We're the sirens, in the silence we roar. Bound by blood that's thicker than war. In the chaos, we find peace, we're the storm. Half-life sisters, fearless, we're reborn. United pulses in the cosmic fray, holding back the night, turning skies to day.
Oh, my bad. Oh. Time is up, guys. We can't. The stream is over. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what side of the world you're in. Welcome to Talk and Play. HalfLifeSistah is back. You've officially entered the Chit-Chat Vibe Session of the stream. I have with me today, I think he's on voice, my sidekick, my assistant, and my co-host, Chaotic Old Boar, who's not old nor a bore. If you're here, please say hello to our people. He stepped away. And that's okay.
Do I have to?
Oh, yes, you have to, baby.
I'm here.
They live to hear that voice of yours. Come on now. We're here, guys. Thank you for joining me, Chaotic. You're so wonderful. My goodness. I appreciate you so much, baby. All righty, guys. We're here. This is the latest I think I've started since I returned streaming, Chaotic. Wouldn't you say? I think maybe the first 6 months I was streaming at 5:30.
That should be close to.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, I'm not happy about that, but you know what? I pushed through today, and I'm here. We are here, and we're gonna make it do what it do. We already have some requests in the queue, and I'm very happy about that. I'm really excited to hear what Chaotic have in store for us today. 3, huh? 3 slots plus maybe 1 from Patreon. I'm here for it. I really am. Any teasers? Give us a little hint on what we're gonna listen to today, Chaotic.
I don't think I'm hearing you through Discord at the moment. I think I'm only getting you through the stream, which was why it seems to be delayed.
Oh, really? That is so bizarre. Oh, hold on. Look at my settings. 1 second, please. How about now?
Yep, that's better.
Okay, thank you. I'm so glad you told me. I'm like, I wasn't hearing you either. Because you weren't hearing me. All right. So, do we have a hot topic, Chaotic? I mean, no pressure. I'm just asking. Just curious.
No real hot topic. There is sort of one going at the moment, but it involves politics and music. So, but basically, someone said something about the president while on tour overseas, and the president had a meltdown on his social media about it, as he usually does.
Yes, he does. That's my president. That's my president.
It's a bit funny too, because it was Bruce Springsteen, whose music he has used without permission for when on his campaign trails and stuff.
Okay.
yeah, a whole bunch of musicians gave them cease and desists over him using music in his campaign.
I'm glad you told me
Springsteen.
that. Because I thought that I heard about Bruce Springsteen's song being used. I'm like, really? Bruce Springsteen? I was disappointed.
Yeah, no, 99% of the music that they use is they just use it like, we don't care, we're not going to do anything with copyright. We
Really?
don't care about the musicians' rights, we're just gonna use it.
Because he's the president and he can do whatever he wants.
At the moment, it seems that way.
Yeah, it does. It really does, Chaotic. It's just crazy, baby. Some crazy times we're in. It's never been this way before. This guy has changed the game. Okay? But that's crazy.
In other news, I attended a local gig last weekend. If you go into photos, you'll see on the Discord, you'll see a handful of photos I took while there.
Okay.
It was a metal gig. There was a lineup of about 8 bands, I think, over about 6 or 7 hours. It went from 4 or 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Oh, a lot of bands. Okay.
The first band, it was a mixture of local bands and a couple of bands from interstate. Now, we got there early enough to see, like, we got there about 4:30, so the first band had started, but they were pretty good. The first 3 or 4 bands were local bands, and I enjoyed them a lot. I thought there was a good variety of metal in there. They all had decent stage presence, and the sound was good. Like, they had a good grip on what they were doing.
Okay, big professionals.
And then the next 3 bands were all from interstate, and they were all metalcore, and they all sounded almost exactly the same, even when one of the bands was basically all female.
That's hilarious. That's terrible, actually.
It became, like the first band, it's like, okay, yeah, no, I don't mind some metalcore here and there, you know, the screamy vocals and the big heavy breakdowns.
That
And
hurts.
the next band came on and did exactly the same thing.
That's hilarious, Chaotic.
And then the third band was the female band, and they came on and they did exactly the same thing.
That's terrible.
No, don't get me wrong. Good metalcore. There is good metalcore out there, but this just all seemed like monotonous in one note.
This is tickling me so much, and I don't know really. This is terrible, Chaotic. Did they know they were all going to be following each other? That's crazy.
The lineup for this particular gig had been out for a month or 2 at least, like, and advertised.
Okay.
And yeah, it was. So I had this was last Saturday too. It was my Saturday, your Friday. So I had been up since 5 a.m. for your show.
Wow.
And by
baby.
10 o'clock, I was pretty pooped. And just having that last 3 bands all sound exactly the same was just like, I'm not going to hang around for this last band. They're,
Oh boy.
you know, I'm tired. My patience has been now tested. I'm going to head off. So I headed off. But by all reports, the last band were actually good. And so I did look them up, and I played one of their videos on YouTube, and they had some dynamic to their sound. They were more deathcore than metalcore.
So they were all like, what you call it? What's the opening act for the main act? So all those bands, all those metalcore
Appetizers.
bands, yeah, they were appetizers for the actual. That's terrible, baby. Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
But what impressed me out of the whole thing was how good our local bands were alongside and compared to the bands that are supposedly bigger from interstate. Because you got to remember, we're only a small remote town up here, so.
Gotcha.
And I will also say that the turnout was better than I thought it would have been. Like, there was more people there than I thought there would have been.
Okay.
And okay, so that's my basic review of the gig that I went to on Saturday.
That's awesome. Thank you.
This week, we started looking for some more gigs coming up. There's another local metal gig coming up in late June that we're planning on going to. But while I was doing this, I found out that we actually have a local independent wrestling promotion.
A
And
local
they do their
indie-
show.
Okay.
Yeah, like WWE, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what they call the indies.
Uh-huh.
And I discovered that they've got a show tonight. And I'm like, oh, I might go and have a look at that,
Okay.
Because it interests me. I think it would be cool to go to a local show and see what they're doing, and maybe even next season, next time around, see if I can get involved as a referee or something.
Oh, so you can actually apply to be a part of the whole thing? That's pretty cool.
You can, yes, yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, obviously they'll be open for volunteers and that sort of thing. So, but yeah, I'll see. I obviously can't make any guarantees that I can get a position doing anything or what have you. But but also to start with, I'd like to go and watch the show and obviously see if I vibe with the show, because obviously, you want to vibe with it before you sort of commit to it.
Right.
So I clicked on the little ticket button, and they're sold out.
Oh, wow. You guys are really doing big things. And
Yeah,
filling it,
no, I'm surprised. I was sort of surprised. So
Wow.
I've got to now keep an eye out for their next show and try and get a ticket for that.
And I suspect or expect that the more they gain popularity, the more tickets they'll have to sell, more space they'll have to fill up the space for the venue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they also have to so the venue that they're advertising they're at is their gym, so where they train and stuff. So I'm guessing, like, honestly, it's probably got only a limit of 50 people.
Oh, so yeah.
Maybe up to 100 at a stretch. I think I haven't seen it. I don't know. I haven't been there, so I couldn't like tell you off the top of my head. They've done shows at one of the local theatres in town, and that they did pretty well there. They sold out there as well a couple of years back. But yeah, like I said, I'm interested in going along, having a look, and possibly even get involved.
That's so cool. Do you think that all wrestling is equal? Like all wrestlers are made equal as far as going to these type of shows? Would you still think you'll be able to enjoy it as you do the big stuff? Or no?
It's obviously going to be a different feel. It's probably going to be a lot more intimate. Like you're not there with, like, obviously thousands of others. But to be honest, it's the grassroots of what the WWE and AEW and the big promotions are built on.
Right. Yeah. And I would have an appreciation for it if I was into
look,
wrestling.
some of the biggest stars in the game today came from little shows like this. Like Rhea Ripley, she came from an independent promotion in Adelaide called Riot City.
Okay.
You'll find that not all, but most of the stars at the top levels of the game did have time on the independents. Some even made their name on the independents before joining up. Cody Rhodes, the champion from last year, he lost it to John Cena at the last WrestleMania. He was in WWE.
Was he the blonde guy?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he's the blonde guy. Yep.
I'm so
He
sorry.
was in WWE. He was unhappy with the directions they were giving him for his character and everything, and thought he could do better and more. So he left, and he made a bigger name for himself on the independents.
Okay.
And then him and a bunch of other people created AEW. Then he got out of AEW, and then he went back to WWE with what he bought from the independents with him.
Is he is he up there with Rock? Because I think I've seen him before, like joshing it with him.
Yes and no. He's in a position that The Rock used to be in, but he's obviously not on that the Rock level for, like, he's hugely popular, He lost at WrestleMania, unfortunately, to John Cena, and no one's seen him since. But he did deserve a break. Like the guy's literally been working for 18 months nonstop.
Oh my God. And they don't provide them with insurance. They have to have their own insurance, right?
I'm not 100% on that. A lot it used to be, definitely used to be that, but a lot has changed.
Gotcha.
A lot has changed. They're all making obviously better money than they were. They're also now starting to work less, which is good for them because they're still getting the same money, but they're not doing as many dates. Like in the old days, you'd have to be on the road for 250 to 300 days out of the year.
That's insanely crazy.
It is, but that is the business. That they recognise that, especially for if they've come from an independent circuit where you literally have to travel around state to state to follow where your bookings are.
Gotcha.
But again, a lot's changed. They've got much better contracts, and now some even have like those big tour coaches, the ones that you see all the bands and people travel in. Like
yes.
Some people have those written into their contracts.
Oh,
so
fancy.
You will supply and pay for this coach for the duration of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of wrestling, I've been thinking about the ex-wrestler who turned MMA fighter, Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Now, what happened to him? I know he had like a stomach intestine issue or something like that almost killed him.
Yeah, he did a while back. He had, I believe it's diverticulitis, which also another very popular wrestler on AEW, Kenny Omega, had some serious issues with that last year and the year before. He's only just come back from that. Now, Brock had come back from his previous bouts of
MMA wrestling, fighting. Sorry.
No. Yeah, he had come back he's come back to wrestling. He'd come back from the diverticulitis. But beginning of end of 23, beginning of 24 was when all those things about and accusations were made towards Vince McMahon about trafficking and assault and degradation and all sorts of other nasty stuff. Like there's a whole bunch of accusations that were going around.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's name was not mentioned, but heavily implied to be involved in some of that.
Ooh.
And so since then, they've as far as I understand, he still has an ongoing contract with WWE. But since that sort of came out and hasn't been resolved, they have mentioned him once or twice, but he has not come back. He's off doing his own thing. I believe he has a farm up in Montana or somewhere. Like he's
he's really rich. He's super rich, so he's great.
Yeah, he's super rich. He doesn't have to work.
Yeah,
but he actually, like I said, owns a working ranch where he goes out and does keeps cows and there's a story, and apparently this is true. So Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes at the end during 2023 had a 3-match feud, which Cody ended up winning, and Brock gave him his respect. Brock also gave him a whole cow, all cut up into steaks and sausages and everything.
That's so cool. That is so cool. That's a great win. It is. You can have that stored in a deep freezer for years, and that's great. Oh my God, a whole cow.
Yeah, but
that's beefy.
Like you hear these accusations, but you also see the other side of who this guy is as a person. Like, I'll be honest, when he first hit the scene, I didn't like him. I thought he was arrogant. I thought he was this. I thought he came up the ranks too quick, but at the same time, he sort of deserved it. The way he's an absolute monster. He went from
huge.
WWE to UFC, and for a while dominated, and then he got beaten once or twice, and he decided, "No, I'm going back to
Yeah,
WWE."
that's what happened, literally. And that's what I told Wolf. I'm like, he's the kind of guy, like, I gave him his respect when he won the first time, but I'm like, he's the kind of guy that if he loses once, he's done. He's done. Because his ego is so big. He can't take losing more than once. I think he lost twice or once in the UFC. He just retired. Like, I'm done. That's it. But it was interesting. Wow. You know, I just, you know, I hate to ask questions like, do you think that it's true that he was a part of whatever that whole thing was? Because we don't really know anything about these people to formulate that type of an opinion.
No, we don't. And not always, but generally, if there's smoke, there's a little bit of fire.
Yeah.
There could be some truth to some of it.
Yeah.
But obviously, we're not going to know the extent or
we may never know
what actually took place and happened.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay, well, guys, what a great and organic hot topic or what's happening now. I love it. I've been thinking about Brock Lesnar, and for us to start talking about wrestling, I'm like, let me at least ask him about this guy and what he's doing, because I'm not following wrestling at all like that. Yeah. But okay. Thank you so much for the what's happening now. Chaotic. I was hoping to see your face in one of those pictures you posted, but nope. No pictures of you in there.
No
selfies at all. What's good? No selfies, baby.
I'm not a selfie taker. I don't have that sort of an ego about myself.
In fact, ego. But I get what you're saying, though.
I don't find myself very photogenic.
You are wrong. You are absolutely wrong. Tell him right now. And I'm not trying to flatter you, baby. You have a beautiful smile. You're gorgeous. I mean, come on now. But that's okay. I get it. Listen, I don't like taking selfies either, if I'm being honest. I don't, but I do. Because it's fun. You know, the right angle. You got to learn your angles to take care of it. You got to learn your angles, baby. Learn your angles, you'll be more confident. All right? Look at my display picture on Discord. That's an angle. I've had this same angle for how many years? Probably 8 years. Same angle. That's my angle. Learn your angles, baby. You'll be good to go. Okay? Whatever. We have in chat, baby. Jono is in the house. Cheesesteak. Chris is in the house. My baby Steph came through. And we are going to hope that the other people, our other relatives come through today as well. Angelic, Power, so on and so forth. We're going to take a breaky break, and return with 3 from Chaotic. Now,
I might just do like one to start with and let Jono get his through.
I was going to ask you.
Yep. And then we're probably going to hold Steph's. I was speaking to her earlier, and she's pretty tired and lurking in bed, so she might even fall asleep by the time we get to there.
She just might, and we'll hold it for Wednesday. It'd be great because she'll be with us on Wednesday. Most likely, we'll see. So, okay, baby, thank you for that information. All right, so we're going to return. Let's take a look, short break. It's not going to be very long because I did have lunch when I first woke up before I started getting ready for my stream. So, be a little short one, say hi to my grandbaby and come back. So, let me put at least 15 minutes on the clock, okay? Hang tight. We shall return. I'm going to leave you guys with...
I thought I did mention you, Disciple. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't see Disciple here. Oh, I didn't scroll down enough. Disciple's in the house. Miss Luna is also in the house. Thank you guys so much. Forgive me. Forgive me, please. I'm a little tired today, too. Accept all mistakes for love. All right. This browser, Opera, is tripping on me. Bear with me, though. Did you guys enjoy the, and hi, we have a new viewer.
This song is
Chaotic.
appropriate, being
Super
like a
garbage
right
man.
Y'all niggas got me hot.
I'm sorry, this thing is lagging. Super garbage man. Why the name, sugar? He says, no. He says, I'm here because of your reaction to Nutshell by Alice in Chains. Oh, baby. Welcome to the stream and thank you for joining us. Yeah, that was a doozy. You remember that reaction? Chaotic. Alice in Chains.
Yes.
That was tough. That was a really tough one. Welcome, baby. Thank you. We're taking a quick break. You've made it to our live chit-chat session, but we're going to take a pause and continue the stream on my Twitch channel. And there we will do our live reactions, okay? So join us there, baby. The link to that, my channel, is in the description. Oh. Let me tell y'all something right now. Chaotic ain't playing games. He's like, I'm not here every week, but when I am here, I am here. There you go, baby. Okay, there you go. That's the link to my channel, okay? So join us there, okay? You don't have to spend any money to be on there. Just come and hang with us for a little bit, okay, garbage man? Make it happen, baby, okay? Okay. What does it mean? Just watch the nutshell cover by Billy Strings. Pretty good. Oh, so he's saying he also watched a cover. Gotcha. Okay, out of here, too cute. I can't. You're too much. The reaction portion of the show. I can't with you. I'm done. I need to take a screenshot so I can send it to Tour film. Okay? Okay? This is perfect. A busy day, and we on for some nasty weather today. Ooh. Really?
Just very quickly, speaking of weather, you yourself might be able to sympathise with me because you live in South Florida. But this morning to last night, well, it's starting to get to what we call our dry season, so temperature has dropped. It was 18 degrees. Actually, we'll have a quick look now. It was 18 degrees Celsius here this morning, which is about 68 Fahrenheit.
Okay, that's not bad.
Or 666 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
It's currently 19 degrees at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay, that's not good. That for it to be that early.
So that is 66.2 Fahrenheit. So, or freedom units, as I like to call them.
Well, that's not horrible, babe. I mean, not for in Florida, it's not.
Well, but for me, it's pretty much put a jumper on and rug up type stuff.
Really?
Like my air conditioning is only set to between 22 and 24 degrees.
Okay, degrees, not wait. That's pretty cold.
So Celsius.
Oh, Celsius. Gotcha.
Which is like set 70. Yeah, that's what I mean, Chris. Like for you, that's like almost a summer's day.
Well, here.
Stay safe, disciple.
Oh,
please.
tornado level 3, between 6 and 10. Is it a warning or is it a tornado watch?
I'm guessing it'll be a watch.
Because a watch means that they're just saying that the weather is characteristic. I can't talk today. Characteristic of that can create a tornado. There's a warning. That means it's been spotted somewhere.
Yeah, okay, so 100 Fahrenheit is close to what it gets to our regular wet season temperatures, which is in the 35 to 36.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
Celsius.
That's pretty hot, baby.
Yeah. That's pretty much Florida weather too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Summer.
Now, do you guys not humid over there, though? You don't have a lot of humidity. Very dry, right?
Well, during the wet season, it's high humidity.
Okay.
So coming up now, we've just come out of the wet season, and during the dry season, when the temperature drops, so does the humidity.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we're always humid over here. Always. Which is great. It's great. Send photos in the... Okay, baby. Post photos. Yeah, absolutely. Nonetheless, stay indoors. Obviously, you know what you know what to do, how to prepare for that. It's crazy. How can you ever really prepare for a tornado? You really can't. But there are things you can do to take precautions.
As far as the only way I would know how to prepare for a tornado is go and hide in your basement. And we don't have basements here.
We don't have them here either in South Florida. It really sucks.
But tornadoes would be a very rare thing in South Florida because you don't have the cold air that comes down and shears off, which causes the... So... You know what the basic cause of a tornado is?
I don't know. I'm no scientist, man. No, I don't.
But basically, a body of warm air runs into a body of really cold air, and they run across each other. And where they meet causes that it's without drawing it out, I'm probably not describing it the best, but if you can imagine two surfaces running alongside each other in opposite directions, and as they do that, they're causing a twist. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
If you scoot,
It makes total sense.
If you, so and that's basically what happens, and the cold meets the warm and turns it into the twister, and obviously the lower the pressure and everything, the more intense they become.
I'm gonna look it up because I think that we have a tornado at least once a year. No? Yeah, so we have 11 per year. Averages to about 11 a year.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, because I know that we get at least once a year. I know that, but they're saying average 11 a year.
And you also get your hurricanes.
Now the hurricanes are a pain in the butt. We get those, absolutely. It's horrible.
Yeah. And you're coming into your season for them too, aren't you?
Don't scare me, because what we're living at now. No, yeah, baby, it's fine. But yeah, we're coming into June through November. And of late, it's been stretching to December, which is crazy. And I think we had a hurricane, in January, at the early part of the year at some point. But nonetheless, when we moved...
It happens here too. We're in cyclone territory. So basically, the southern hemisphere version of a hurricane.
That's the same thing though, right? Cyclone's the same thing?
Yeah. It basically exactly the same thing, except your spin one way, our spin the other. Same as the water going down the toilet or the sink.
Oh, okay.
So yes, they are exactly the same thing. And a typhoon that you hear about in Southeast Asia, around Taiwan, Malaysia, and places, that is again that's just what it's the same thing. It's just what it's known as in that area.
Okay. A cyclone and hurricane are not exactly the same as you stated, but they are related. A hurricane is a specific type of tropical cyclone. The difference lies in the location where the storm formed and the original name. Yeah, so basically I can't proof check you. I can't fact check you because you be knowing the facts. Got it. Bam. Put my phone down.
As I said, they're basically the same thing. They're just known in different areas as different things.
Gotcha.
It probably helps distinguish for records as well. So, like hurricanes form around the US, typhoons form around Asia and Southeast Asia, and cyclones form around Australia.
And typhoons are more dangerous than cyclones and hurricanes. Those siblings, right?
They're the same, but they can probably be more intense because a lot of Southeast Asia is an archipelago, just islands full of water, and cyclones, hurricanes, typhoons all need warm water to intensify.
Accurate.
So so as they come over the land, they lose it. They tend to lose some of their intensity, and obviously there's not much land in Southeast Asia. It's, as I said, it's more sort of islands and archipelago with a lot of ocean around. So it doesn't. The land doesn't break up the intensity of it and slow it down any. There's not enough of it there.
Right.
I feel smarter already. I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel intelligent.
Welcome, Sir Teufel. I always feel smarter. I always feel smarter when Kiadi is here to give me. Did you hear me trying to fact check him? Man, I was quick with my fingers.
Don't do that.
It hurts. It hurts.
It's like the joke we have out here. You know what hurricanes are, right? I mean, tornadoes are, right?
Was ist das?
It's God's way of saying, get this redneck shit off my land.
What? I've never heard that before in my life. Kind of stupid.
I have been heard of them referred to as God's fingers, though.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
You're hanging with us for a little bit, Satorfin?
Oh, I got a few minutes while I'm being annoyed with my the people that buy my house. Yeah.
What happened? Why are they annoying you?
Because this idiot already has his mail delivered to my house, so now I'm stuck with his shit.
Oh, that's minor, Sir Teufel.
Yeah, I just don't want to be responsible for something important getting mailed to my house. He's not moving in for another 3.5 weeks and then goes, well, you lost my mail.
No, baby, no worries. He doesn't live there yet, so you're not obligated.
You know what the upside is?
What's that?
he's paying my electric bill starting next week. He decided to turn the electricity in his name so quickly that for 3 weeks my AC is going to be going to maximum because he's
Oh
paying the bill.
wow, that is awesome. Everything just working out for you. So chaotic. So Torfil has how many days left until you're able to move to South Florida?
17.
17
17
days.
days.
Man.
Yep.
Oof. So my position, my role as you know what I think I'm like your sister, Satorfa. I think
clean up my house.
I give through energy, so I'm gonna clean up his house for him, like spick and span it. Got to make sure he's able to be welcomed into his own space. So that's my job, and I have to prepare mentally to do that. So yes, I might document some of it, guys, and post it on Discord.
But yeah, so that's what that is. And then Wolf today got some more paperwork because he needed to sign some stuff for the sale of my property. So that's all good.
So everything is working out like as expected. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And all I gotta do is wait for the other guy to move out, so I can move in, and we Gucci.
Okay. All righty then.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't at least tell you that the timer's been up for 15 minutes. But it is what it is.
Chaotic.Id you hear that? He felt that he needed to be here. Did you hear that shit? We know it's been out. We're just vibing right now. So Torfil, I started so late today.
I know. I was tracking.
So late. But it's been a nice, smooth chit-chat session. All right, guys. So Torfil is here to end the party. So
Get up, stretch your legs, go to the toilet, grab a drink, grab a
yes,
nibble,
that
and
part.
we'll be back.
All right, guys. Bye for now. Break scene. All right.
Yeah, all that.
All right, I shall return. Maybe not just yet. Hold on. Let me close the browser first. Why is it acting stupid?
Did you have YouTube open?
If you notice,
Yes,
shit's long.
it is open.
Niggas got me hot.
Yeah, go close
Yes,
YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah,
crap. That's a good observation there, guys. Hold on 1 second. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.